So the movie begins with a lift, in which a boy is shown. He comes to his senses, who was nervous. He was going up with a lot of luggage. As soon as he reaches the top, a lot of boys had gathered there. Looking at him, they start laughing that a new boy has come to work. Now, seeing this, that boy starts running from there. But then he suddenly falls. When he looks around, there were big walls by which he was surrounded. Then the boys catch him and lock him in a basement. The boy is surprised, he does not remember anything. Now, a man comes to him and tells him about himself. That I am the leader of all these boys, and you are the new boy in our group. But the boy was quite surprised. He did not remember anything. That how and why I came here, on which the leader says, that this happens to everyone, after coming here. No one remembers anything of the past, after which he shows him all these places. And starts telling him about this place, that we do all our work ourselves, everyone's work is divided, someone grows food. Someone cooks, someone makes a house. Through this lift, we get food every month and some new people. The boy does not understand anything. But he wants to get out of there because he felt that there is a world outside these walls. Meanwhile, another boy comes to them, who is the second leader of them all. Then the leader goes ahead again after taking him to show everything around, but the boy tells him that we should get out of there instead of staying there. And we should go from the route that is opened, and tell us what is beyond that road. Hearing this, the leader tells him the rules of staying here. First is to complete your work. Second, do not fight with each other here. The third and the most important rule is that do not ever go beyond the walls. Now, it was forbidden to go there. So that boy's mind also has a lot of questions. What is there that is forbidden about going there? Then a boy comes here and takes the new boy with him. That child was just telling him that then he sees that this boy is going towards that path. However, that child also forbids him to do this. But that boy keeps going towards that route. As soon as he goes inside, a boy named Gali comes here and pushes him hard and forbids him to go inside, that is, by crossing that wall. Because of this, that boy starts getting angry at everyone. What is the problem with all of you? Why are you not letting me go? Then the leader tries that this is actually a maze. A maze in which you can be lost and it may be, you never get back. Now, that road starts closing on its own, where the winds also start coming. That boy Gali tells this new boy that if you want to go next time, then I will let you go. After that, he leaves here in anger. Now the leader explains to that boy to leave these things. You have come here new today, let's have a party. Then at night, the boy does not look happy. Seeing him, the other leader says don't worry. This is what happens after coming here with everyone. And yes, don't try to go to that maze. Here we have some such boys who are runners. Meaning the bravest who can run fast. They check this whole maze and find a way to get out of there. But it has not been possible so far. We have been stuck here for years. It is difficult to get out of here. Because that maze does not always stay the same. It keeps changing every night. All the runners go in the morning and come back before evening. During this time, they are checking the whole maze. Even after listening to all the talks, that boy still had something about that road in his mind. Then the other leader tries to explain to him again that going that way at night is not free of any danger. Because at night, dangerous creatures roam in that maze. Whoever he makes his prey, one cannot escape. Because they are very dangerous and many times bigger in size. So, stop thinking, there is a party for you, so enjoy it. He forcibly picks him up and takes him away. But that angry boy, meaning the one who pushed him, Gali, asks him to fight with him. Yes, first that boy refuses, but when all the boys around him start making noise, then both of them start fighting like crazy. Both were hitting each other, but Gali was feeling ashamed, so he hits that boy hard and hits him. Falling, that boy remembers his name, that my name is Thomas. He tells everyone about his name. And they get surprised to hear. Because this was the first case here where someone recalls his name. Then after that everyone goes to sleep, but Thomas was not sleepy. He was having a strange kind of dream about a lab. Yes, an experiment is being experimented, and it is being told that everything is going to change. A voice was coming to him that wicked is good. But he does not understand what it is. But then the leader comes here and wakes him up quietly, and says that now the situation here is much better than before. When I came here, the situation was very bad. I saw very bad days and I lost my loved ones, for whom I am still sad. And I know about you. You are different from everyone. Because you remember your name. And you want to get out of here. You want to know about the outside world. Then he gives him a knife to write his name on the wall, which everyone does after coming here. From this, he learns that many of the boys in this group died. Thomas was still unable to come out of these things. So, He asks the other leader that if we do not go from that way, we can climb the wall and go. When the other leader explains to him that, whatever thoughts will come to your mind, we have already done everything. There is no way out of here. We tried to climb the wall and tried going through the lift, but we could not succeed. By telling this, he sends Thomas to the jungle to get food for the plants, and when Thomas goes there, he finds skulls there, in bad shape. He was scared to see them. After that he sees a boy there who is a runner. Thomas tries to talk to him but he gets angry, and tells him that everything happened because of you. It's your fault for all this, I saw you there. After this, he attacks him. Thomas beats him and screams for help to save his life. He runs and comes to the other people where everyone gathers and beats the runner and stops him. They see that he is no longer human but becomes infected with a virus, that is, he has become a victim of a virus. That is why the leader says to put him in jail for some time. We will think later about what to do with him. Then he asks Thomas, did he talk to you? He was accusing me that all this has happened because of me. He saw me there but I don't know why he said this to me. Now the leader tells him that it has happened because the creature has bitten him, and that's why he is infected. And, now he is also going to become a creature, and now we will also leave him in the maze, so that he could not attack anyone else. Then before the route is closed at night, they bring that infected boy there and leave him in that maze even unwillingly, because now he was also becoming a creature. Forcibly push him inside, along with there being no cure for his condition. Thomas has a misunderstanding after seeing this. He feels that maybe we can stay alive after going to the maze. We can live there, and spend a life there. But at night that child removes his misunderstanding and says, no, this is impossible, no one has been able to survive in that maze until the next morning. Because that same night that dangerous creature kills that person. Whoever that creature bites, becomes infected, and becomes worse than bad. Now after sleeping Thomas dreams again. He sees himself in the water with his friends, after which he finds himself in the lab with a boy, and the same line was running here too. Wicked is good, everything is going to change and now Thomas will have to choose. Then in the morning when he wakes up, and he sees that the leader is going with the runner in that maze, while the other leader has left them and comes back. So, Thomas asks him if the leader is not a runner, then why did he go there? On this, the other leader tells him that he has gone there to check that our infected companion is alive or dead. Where is he? Then he explains to Thomas that if faith, whatever our leader will do, he will do it right, and he is a senior, he is the oldest and we do not have to be stupid to go there, because we do not want to lose each other. Hearing this, Thomas understands that we should all live together. After which he helps him to cut the tree, after which he sees that there is going to be a big storm, and then it starts raining there. Then after going in front of the maze, the leader and the boys start waiting to come back, because it is necessary for them to return before the road closes, otherwise, they will never be able to escape. They were looking very worried and Thomas thinks that maybe one of us should go inside to save their lives, but because there was a rule that no one can go inside, so, they do not go. They then see them coming. But then something happened to the leader, because the runner was pulling him up on his shoulders. Then the routes start closing. They had very little chance to escape, because the route was getting very narrow. Seeing this, Thomas goes inside to save them. He is not able to save them, but as soon as the whole road is closed, he reaches them. Seeing this, the runner says, congratulations, you also killed yourself with us. Because we are not going to escape from here. Thomas asks him what happened to the leader, to which the runner says that the creature had bitten him, so I had to make him unconscious because he was attacking me. Anyway, now these people run away from here and trying to hide, because it is going to be night and the creatures are about to come. If they saw them, they will not be able to escape. Now an idea comes to their mind. As the leader was injured, they try to hide him, so he can also escape and both of them can also be saved. They hang the leader up in all the bushes with a rope, so that he is not seen in the bushes and his life is saved. After that, these people also hide and save their lives. Because there was danger there, the creature will either kill them in the same way, or bite them and infect them. When it was night, the creatures started coming there. They were hearing their sounds and the sound of changing the mazes. They were pulling the rope, and the runner sees a creature coming there, so he quickly runs away from there and hides, leaving Thomas alone. But due to the weight of the leader, all those bushes fall on Thomas. Because of this, he cannot be seen. At the same time, those creatures were also passing by Thomas. They could not see him, but Thomas sees them. They were very dangerous, they were very big. Looking at them, it seemed that they were man-made creatures that scare them all. Then Thomas ties up the leader and hides himself, because the creature had seen him. Then a creature comes from above and tries to attack him quietly, but Thomas tries to climb up through these bushes to save his life. Here we can also see these big creatures, who were like a spider. Again and again, he tries to give Thomas an injection, but he was constantly running to save his life. Then he hangs the creature in the same branches and runs away, and again he finds the runner who had come with him, so now both of them start running away from here. Here the creature also frees itself from those branches and starts following them again. Now the runner sees a way from they can go, and he starts running in the same way. He goes ahead, but Thomas also stops because he was waiting for the creature to follow him, because he wants to kill that creature, so he can't attack anyone. So the creature comes close to attack him. Seeing him, Thomas starts running away from there. The creature was also constantly following him. As he moved forward, the runner was standing in front of him, who was waiting for him, but what happens next is not shown to us. This scene is cut here. The next morning we see that all those people were standing in front of the route, and waiting for them to return. But the other leader says that it is not possible that they would have survived. Later, they begin to go from there, because he thought that all three of them would have died. But then all three of them see him coming towards them. Because they were alive, Thomas had killed that creature. Coming to this, the runner also tells everyone that everyone is very surprised to hear, because that creature is so dangerous, so terrible that no one has ever been able to save it. But Thomas killed it, which created a new hope in everyone, that they can leave here alive. Now the runner says that he has done what he has never been able to do. So I think he should also be made a runner. But Gully was not happy with this, because Thomas had broken the rules by going to the maze. During this time, they start hearing the sound of the lift again, which everyone is shocked to hear, because it was not possible. Thomas had come a while ago, so how can anyone else be like this? And when they go to check there was a girl there at this time. Now, it was the first time that a girl had come after many boys. The girl was also conscious, but only then she starts coming to her senses, and she calls the name of Thomas. Hearing this, everyone starts looking at her and says, "Thomas, this girl is calling your name. If she knows you, then you must also know her." But Thomas refuses her that "No, I don't know who she is." The girl also had a note on which it was written that this is the last time, this time nothing will come through the lift. Knowing this, everyone becomes worried, because if they don't have food, what will they do? They should eat to stay alive. Now Thomas tells everyone that I have an idea. Come on, let's cut that creature open, because we got this chance for the first time. After all, let's also see what it is and what things are put in it. Also, here it is known that many runners have left their jobs, because now they do not want to take any more risks. Then some people agree to cut the creature and begin to go with Thomas, and see the creature's dead body in the worst condition, because it has been crushed. Then all of them together take out a leg of the creature. There was a device in the creature's body that they took out. Then a number starts flashing in the device and that number was 7. They did not know about this number, but they quickly take the device and leave from here, because it was going to be night. Thomas comes and says that we put out the device from the creature's body. We'll find out who this creature is, where it came from and why it attacks us. But here Gali was still angry with Thomas. He tells the leader that he has broken the rules, so he should also be punished. So this time the other leader punishes him. To punishes him that you will be imprisoned for a day, and food will not be given. Also, from tomorrow you are a runner because this is your punishment. But Gali is not happy with this. He tells the other leader that you are making a lot of runners, and sending them to the maze. In this way, we will all be reduced one by one. Because of this, in anger he leaves from there. But Thomas was happy because someone had to become a runner. And he became. He had been wanting this for a long time, because he wanted to investigate this place. Then the runner takes Thomas to his secret place, and tells him that I have been investigating this place for 3 years, and I've made a map of this place, and know where this maze opens and when it closes. At one point, this maze keeps on changing. After hearing this, Thomas finds out that this whole maze keeps changing here. After closing and opening, a boundary has been made from a wall, which has nothing outside the wall, so it was clear that it isn't possible to go out of this maze, and so far the leader has lied to them, that they can leave from here. But the truth is that this maze ends up at a point, and there is nothing after this. Now the runner tells that, although we know that we are not going to get anything, but still we come in the maze. But now after the death of this creature, it is the first time that a new way has opened, because every time all the ways open in the same order and close. But this time I don't know how the 7th way has opened, because it is the first time and we'll figure it out tomorrow. And they learn that the girl has awakened, and is behaving strangely. Then they go to the ground and see that the girl is throwing things at the boys. Seeing this, All the boys begin to get angry with her. "Are you crazy? Why are you doing this?" To calm her down, Thomas says, "I'm Thomas, calm down." Hearing his name, the girl calms down. Taking advantage of this, Thomas goes upside and tries to talk to her, and says, "As you don't remember anything? I also don't remember except for my name. So you don't worry, everything will be fine." Then the girl tells him about her dreams, which Thomas also used to have, on which he remembers the same message that he used to hear in his dreams. That is, wicked is good. Then the girl gives him 2 test tubes and says that they were in my pocket. Seeing the test tubes, Thomas understands that it is an injection, which must have been sent for the leader because he is infected. That's why he starts convincing the others too. That we do this, inject the leader and kill him. Because anyway he is dying, so let's inject him and kill him. As soon as Thomas comes to him to inject him, suddenly something happens to the leader, because he was also changing as if he was turning into a zombie. That's why the other leader quickly takes the injection and injects him, and says that he is also turning into a zombie now. So keep an eye on him, whatever the problem is, tell everyone. But we see that the leader does not die from this injection, but he starts getting better. Then at night, Gully goes to arrest Thomas, because he was punished. Here Gully also explains to Thomas that, "Why are you trying to go to that maze again and again? There is a danger there," after which he leaves there in anger, and Thomas is not even given food. And here the child quietly comes and gives him food, and says that, "I do not know whether I will leave from here or not, and I do not even know about my parents, so you keep this little doll that I have made, and give it to my parents, because I hope that one day you will definitely get out of here." But Thomas tells him to keep this doll with him, because I hope that one day you will definitely meet your parents, and I promise you that I will make you meet your parents. Then the next day, Thomas goes with the runner to the maze, where they see new paths that they had not seen before. Here the runner tells him that because the 7th way has opened, so we will definitely go ahead and find a new way. There were also a lot of big blades here. As soon as they were crossing, the device that was taken out of the creature starts ringing. That is, the voice starts ringing. They think that maybe this device is telling us the way, so they start moving ahead accordingly. Here the runner sees new paths where he had never come before. Apart from this, different doors also start opening here, and a big machine comes in front of them and tries to scan and check them. And when the machine finds out that these are not those creatures, then all the doors start closing again. There is also an alarm here, hearing which Thomas and the runner run away from there as soon as possible to save their lives, because those big blades were also closing. But if they didn't get out of here, they could have gotten stuck here. When they were running away, this maze start changing again. Now, both of them come back safely, but Gully was not happy, because he says that they are all crazy. They risk their lives again and go there. But the runner explained to him that, "No, you are thinking wrong. Today we went on a new path. It is possible that he will go ahead and find a way for us to get out of here." But still Gully was angry. So Thomas told him that, "What is your problem, Gully? You have not been able to do anything yourself. You have been stuck here for 3 years by losing courage. But look at me, I have to come and find something in 3 days. The two of them were about to argue. That when the girl comes here and says that, "I have just received the news that our leader has recovered. Let's go and meet him." Then when all these people come to meet the leader, they see that the injection has done its job, which means that the leader has recovered completely. But he was looking very sad here, because after the injection was cured, he remembered everything. He says that Thomas is the most special and our favorite among us. And the people who have kept us here, they will never let us get out of here. They have kept us here, and Thomas, somewhere you are also with them. Thomas does not understand what he is saying. And then suddenly a voice comes from outside that it is going to be night. But the door has not yet been closed. On the other hand, new ways are opening up from all sides. Seeing this, everyone's condition gets worse, because creatures come at night. Seeing these circumstances, Thomas tells everyone to hurry up. Hide everyone, and whatever weapons we have, prepare them quickly, because anything can happen here. And then we see that those creatures start moving from that maze towards the ground. Seeing which everyone goes here and there and hides. But those creatures had seen them. All those creatures had come from all sides here, and they had started wreaking havoc there, so that they attack all these people and kill them. To save their lives, someone was hiding in the lift, someone in the jungle, and someone in the huts, which they had made themselves. But because of their escape, there was chaos there. So the creatures had seen them, and they were attacking them one by one and killing them. A creature attacks a child and tries to take him with it. But the leader sees this and he will not let this happen, so he himself attacks that creature, He breaks one of his legs so that he cannot attack anyone, but the creature catches him and attacks him very badly, which meant that he would kill him too. So here the leader tells his last words to Thomas, that now everything is in your hands, you can save everyone. After which the leader dies, and those creatures had also killed a lot of people and left from here. When everyone calms down, Gully comes and starts beating Thomas, and says that everything is happening because of him. He is also involved with those people, but he does not remember what the leader had said. He had also seen this with those people. Because of them, we are stuck here. All these problems are coming on us. After hearing this, Thomas also starts thinking that it may be that all this is true. I just need to remember everything. Maybe I will remember, just like the leader remembered. And then he injects himself with the injection that came out of the creature's body. After which he also infects himself. This was his plan, he had done it on purpose. That if I get well after getting infected, then I will also remember everything like the leader. That why am I doing this? During this, he starts thinking a lot. In which he sees that he is working with a lab, whose name is Wicked. And here really he is also one of them, who was doing the experiment. That's why everyone was looking at him and saying that he is also involved with them. We had also seen this. Here he also finds out about the girl. She also used to work with him in the same lab. He realized that the Wicked lab is not doing well with those people who have been imprisoned in that maze, because they are doing a lot of experiments on them. He does not want to do this, but because of his boss, who was a doctor, he had to do all this. After this, it happens what Thomas wanted. Because of all these thoughts, his memory had now returned. He remembered everything. After which he tells this to everyone. Really, I and this girl were with those lab people, and had been keeping an eye on you for years. Whatever is happening because of us. You can blame us. Because of us, you have been imprisoned here for so many years. Everyone is now thinking that we have to somehow get out of here. Because all this is happening to us deliberately. Just because of an experiment. Knowing the whole truth, Gully gets very angry with Thomas and that girl. That's why he wants to punish them both. He also wants to send them to the maze. That's why Gully and his people tie both of them and start going from there. But then Thomas frees himself and attacks Gully, and says, I just want to go to this maze. I don't want to fight. I just want to know the whole truth. And yes, I am also afraid. Like others think that there is definitely something wrong here. I also want to get out of here, because it's a maze, not anyone's home. We have to get out of here. Here the scientists are just using us to do their experiments. We should not be like their puppets. We should at least try to get out of here. Now, Gully does not listen to him. But those who listen to him are ready to go with him. After which all these people go to the maze and start moving forward, and again reach those blades, and start moving forward towards the seventh way. But then they see the creature that was standing on the seventh way. Seeing him, Thomas gives that device in the child's hand and says, you stay back because you are still young. After this, they all take their weapons and go together to attack that creature. That creature was also very powerful, so he also runs to attack them. After hearing their shrieks and sounds, the other creatures were also coming here. They hit the creature a lot with their weapons, and try to bring it down. In return, he also attacks them. With this attack, the child has a narrow escape. Killing the creature, they come to the place where they came the last time. But this time there was a code to cross this way that they did not remember. Now they remember that because Runner used to come here, so he must remember this code. So they ask him. Then Runner tells them the order of opening all the ways in a number, and this was also his code. Because as soon as they put the code, the way opens, and now they come to a strange tunnel by killing these creatures. Moving ahead, they reach a lab but there was no one there, because all the scientists there were dead. There was blood everywhere, there was destruction everywhere, which looked like there was something big and terrible happened. As soon as Thomas comes here, he remembers that this is the lab Wicked, where I used to work with this girl. He then puts on his fingerprint code, and turns on the screen, where the leader of this lab was delivering a message there. That doctor, she starts telling there that this world has been destroyed almost. The heat of the sun has increased enough that there is destruction everywhere, especially poverty and starvation, which has ruined the condition of humans. Now in such a bad situation, another bad thing happened, and another dangerous virus came here which had no solution. It was so dangerous that it started causing more destruction on spreading destruction. This virus had such a bad effect on all humans that they all became wild animals and zombies. They were quite scary, and because of them, destruction spreads a lot. In these circumstances, some are special children who don't have any effect of this virus. They are still safe from this virus. And those children are being experimented on in the maze. We can break this virus because of them. Those children are very special. That's why they have been kept there to be protected. Whatever they do there, can be observed. This was a kind of test that they passed. They have saved their lives and reached this lab. Hearing this, all those people become quite surprised. They were also angry that our whole life was being seen through cameras. We were being used like a puppet, those who were doing this to them. That is, these lab people. Later the army officers came and killed them too. Then the doctors said that there is still hope for you to live. But I don't have, and later she shoots herself by putting a gun on her head. Later, the video was also stopped. And those people understand that. Now we should not stay here even for a second. We should run away from here. Meanwhile, Gully comes there while chasing them. He had fought with the creature. When the creature bit him and became infected, he wasn't in his senses. He tells everyone to go back. He says that this maze is our real home. He tries to shoot them by threatening them. But the runner kills him with a rod and turns him back. But by then the bullet was fired, and it hits the child. Because somehow he was trying to save Thomas, the rod comes and hits Gully's chest, and he dies. The child was also injured by the bullet, so he was also going to die? Thomas feels very bad to see. Then at his last moment, he tells Thomas that now I will die. I will not be able to meet my parents again. So now please keep this doll and give it to my parents. Look at this, they were just getting emotional. A team comes here to save them. And forcefully take them with them. Now Thomas has to leave the child here even though he does not want to. Those people were going to take them in a helicopter. Now, they can see the whole maze. They are very surprised to see that such a big maze. It was being used as a lab just to experiment, and there is really no world outside the maze. Only the desert is there, and now they believe that whatever the scientist, the doctor was saying, was right, because the whole cities have been destroyed and become desert. Now, no one lives here. After this, we are shown again the same doctor who was not dead, but was still alive because she shot herself and made her death by lying. Her doing this was also part of the experiment. She was just checking them, in which all the children had passed, who had come to the lab. She was happy, she could not believe that so many children had passed. Now, they should be sent for the next experiment. The most special and favorite among them was Thomas, because he was the bravest and most courageous. As soon as this test is over, this film also ends here with a lot of mysteries.
Subscribe to watch more videos like this, turn on notifications, and leave a like to help the channel out. Thank you for watching.